Okay, Therwan Sarnai everyone. Start with the summary of episode 14. In episode 14 we talked about a special jnana, which is the Nirukti Patisangvida jnana. So this is something that only a noble person would get. Not everyone would understand this, and only a noble person would understand, right? In the Tripitaka Sangyukta Nikaya Khandavagga, there is a sutra called Niruktipata Sutra. In there, it's explaining that the most important thing about a word is the meaning, is the inner meaning or the idea or the feel of it. Right? It's not the word itself, but as long as you can gather the inner meaning, the real meaning of it, then you can get to the feel. So that is why it's very important. And then we talked about how does Lokotara meanings disappear, or the transcendental meanings disappear. In Sangyukta Nikaya Ani Sutra, they explain that as we go along, what happens is people tend to listen to more and more melody, or more and more they will like the tune more than the inner meaning. They won't focus on the inner meaning too much, just because they can't understand. Not everyone can understand the deeper inner meaning. So when they can't understand what actually was is explained, what they try to do is at least they go by the tune. They want to listen to nice tunes and melodies. So when you hear a nice melody, they will go behind them, right? And once this happens, the meaning gets hidden. The real meaning, the real Buddhist meaning gets hidden, and that is what happened. And in the Tripitaka itself, it says only a Arya or a noble person can bring back the inner meanings or the Nirukti, because only an Arya person or a noble person can understand the real meanings, right? In the Kuddaka Nikaya Parayana Vagga Chulla Niddesa Pali, they say a noble person would have Artha Dharma Nirukti Patibahana Jnana. So these are 4 types of jnana that a noble person would have. Artha is the meaning, and the dharma is the anicca dukkha anatta. Nirukti is the inner, deeper inner meaning, and patibhana is how to break the bonds. Patibhana. Pati is the bonds, and bhana is the getting rid of, right? Nibbana. Then we talked about Sakaya Nirukti. What is Sakaya Nirukti? Sakaya Nirukti is the inner meaning, right? In the Vinaya Pitaka Chullavagga Pali, we talked about Yamelu Thekalu. They came to Lord Buddha and asked, can we translate this into Sanskrit? And then Lord Buddha said, no, don't do that. Don't even think about doing it, because it's going to destroy the inner meanings and the Buddhism. Keep it in, and he said, keep it in the Sakaya Nirukti. Then we looked at Nirukti Adivachana, different types of Adivachana, for different words. The first one we looked at was Sattva. A normal Sattva is considered as a creature. But when we looked at Kuddaka Nikaya Guhantaka Sutra Niddesa, it says one attached to Panchaskandha, or the 5 aggregates, is a Sattva. So when we do the meditation, loving and kindness meditation, we need to think about, when we say Sattva, whoever is attached to the 5 aggregates is a Sattva, right? That's where you need to keep the mind or the focus on. Satvaya, that's what we say, Satvaya. So Sat is taking it as good. Vaya Dharma is the downside, right? The anything to do with the lower side of it. Anyone but a Rahatan Vahanse is a Sattva. Nirukti for Sangha. Then we talked about Nirukti for Sangha. Another thing about Nirukti is Nirukti and the inner meaning, you have to take it according to the context. You can't just take it, oh, this is Sangha means this, so Sangha has to mean this everywhere. No, that's not how we do it. We have to see where it's been used, and according to that we have to use the meaning. We have to take the meaning that way. So Sangha can be klesha or keles, right, or raga dvesha moha, or Sangha can be getting rid of the keles as well. Sangha, right, can be getting rid of the keles as well. Then we looked at Sangvara. We talked about Sangvara. In the one of the sutras, they explained about Asangvara. What is Asangvara? Asangvara is the opposite. Going behind the 5 aggregates is Asangvara. So elimination or stopping that is the Sangvara, right?